Well, Steve, it takes two to review this one. What a wild time.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Hakim, you have to help me now. They have to stay together.
Alright, Steve, we got our hands on the latest title from Hazelight, It Takes Two. These guys are pretty known for their co-op only games. And this one, man, I think surpasses everything that I've seen to date from these guys. It Takes Two is sort of a romantic comedy action adventure game, man, that literally dips its toes in every genre of game I could pretty much think of, man. So, heading into it, what did you think, dude?
I absolutely love this game. I have to say the absolute beginning of the cutscene, when the premises for the storyline got me hooked straight away.
Yeah.
It had all the emotions. It feels like someone in your life has already been through this kind of scenario, and it's sort of very relatable to it. And then you start off as these two dolls, Cody and May, which is the mother and father of the daughter Rose, who's upset, and her teardrops basically transformed their parents into her dolls to help build a relationship from a book of the Book of Love.
The Book of Love.
It was absolutely quirky, and what a character.
Oh man, that's just it. Like right away, it grips you with emotion, and it just really sets the tone. But then, as soon as the Book of Love comes into play, it just adds a sense of humor. And I found throughout the whole game, man, it's just a steady pace of gameplay into cutscene that usually the cutscenes will make you laugh, or again, just kind of tug those heartstrings. It's just wonderful, man.
Yeah, and it strings everything together. The cutscenes, the comical little interactions that husband and wife when they're going through a separation or divorce, and the little bittiness and picking holes and stuff like that. But I have to say, first off, when you sort of mentioned about the split screen, so you can either play couch co-op, just have another controller, or what I did was they actually have a friend Game Pass that is actually from the Microsoft Store. It's free to download, so the other person downloads that. As long as someone has the main game, they can just join in and jump in and help you complete this game, because it is so much fun. And it kind of reminds me, the graphical style reminds me of like a Pixar movie. And I find that's when sort of like watching the cutscenes, I'm actually more excited, like watching what's going to happen next. And then before you know it, you have to do something.
Yeah, man, you meet all sorts of funny characters like the squirrels and the bumblebee. Like, it's just, it has that Pixar feel. And like you said, the accessibility with this game is awesome. I played this solely with my girlfriend, couch co-op. You'd played it with your buddy using the friend pass. This game, man, they just wanted people to play it. And actually, the most recent numbers we got, they've hit over 1 million in sales. That's incredible, man. That's over 1 million people playing this game. So good job on them, right?
Yeah, and it's definitely like a breath of fresh air. I mean, 'cause there's so many open world games out, survivals or loot and shoot kind of thing. And it kind of reminds me of like back in the day playing the old Nintendo games, the family get together and just get your Wii remotes or Wii controllers and just play that kind of split screen kind of feel of game. And it was so smooth, I have to say, all the transition, because apart from it just being like a 3D game, there was also side platform, top down as well, depending on what you're doing, if it's a boss battle or if it's just actually trying to get to Rose. Basically, the premises of the game is, the idea is you have to get to Rose, and you have all these obstacles. So you do actually start off in Rose's bedroom. So you can imagine it's like Honey, You Shrunk the Kids, and everything's on large scale, and you just bounce off things. And there's also another little touch they added as well, is little mini games
Yes.
throughout the different areas.
Yeah, man, like that. Again, like you said, the variety in this game. You go from, like you said, top down to then your third-person action-adventure classic perspective. But while you're traversing, you find these random mini games, and it's, you know, some of them are just like a tug-of-war thing, or the other ones, you know, like the one that I really had fun with was where I was on top trying to shoot the targets, and Daniela, my girlfriend, was down below trying to hammer them down below.
Yes.
So like it's just a silly little, you know, things to kind of spice up the gameplay again. Because again, dude, there's silly parts where you're flying or you're grinding along this path, and you know you have to jump from side to side. It reminded me of Donkey Kong back in the Super Nintendo, man. Some of these parts, and then you got like fighting sections like Mortal Kombat. It's hilarious, and I think everybody needs to check this thing out.
Yeah, and definitely, and even like the fact of when you're just moving like to the next part of the game is they have that little interaction of like blaming each other for something, or just sort of say we got to get to Rose. And I thought just that the little touch just keeps you immersed in the game as well. And moving forward, I think I got to like the cuckoo clock is a part I've sort of got to at the moment. And visually, that was so stunning with all the shadows of the cogs and the pendulums. And again, you jumping from one point to another, and also the other thing we have not mentioned as well is each chapter you get a different ability.
That's what I thought. Again, like spicing up that gameplay. It kind of starts you off with the Cody having the nail and May having the hammer, so you often have to work together and time like throwing the nails, and then so that she can then use them to jump with the hammer. That's just the first part. As you move on through the story, you then get more mechanics, and they, like I said, constantly are throwing new things at you, man. It's not like you're forced to use this one mechanic throughout the whole game. They pretty much just say goodbye, move on to the next thing.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, another part I did like as well is you actually go into the magical world, and I think you dress up as like a wizard and that kind of thing. So one of your abilities is you can free stuff and things like that. Oh, and that's it. And the other one was you can clone yourself, was the other ability of May.
Oh man.
So you can move somewhere, clone yourself, go back, and then you can progress by some of the puzzles. I have to say, I also did love the puzzles in this game.
Yeah, man, this whole game is just so imaginative, both visually and just the gameplay. Everything about this is fantastic.
Oh yes. So, would you like to score this one then, Nate?
I think so, man. I think we pretty much I don't know if we've really complained about anything, and I guess if I'm gonna have to score this, there's one tiny little thing I could complain about, is that maybe Cody's character is a little bit too whiny at times. It wasn't too bad, but just all in all, I found he was just more of the whiny guy the entire time. But that all aside, the mechanics of this game, the visuals are next to none, man. 9.5 from me.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm kind of with you on everything you've said. The visually, the quirky voiceovers, the characters, even like Rose. So got me a bit tearful on some points on the cutscenes. Everything worked together. Couch co-op, online multiplayer, breath of fresh air. I'm giving this a 9.5.
It Takes Two is the perfect co-op experience. A blend of just about every style of game crammed into a heartfelt story. The graphics and the world created are beyond imaginative. From traversing through vast open areas to small tiny caves, you are often left admiring the scenery. And to top off this ultimate experience, the developers were generous enough to offer the Friend Pass, enabling you to play and share this game with your friends.
Look, it's Rose! Rose! Honey! Rose! She can't hear us.